Hello, my beautiful and valuable friends. Welcome back. I'm Titivik, and in today's video, we're going to talk about healthy, masculine provider men. This is an amazing topic. If you're a man watching, then you can just soak in that and just check if I have all these things. Am I like that? And if you're like that, then thank you so much for existing. And if you're a woman, it's even better because it's going to teach you how to choose this healthy masculine provider. Who is this healthy masculine provider man? In general, healthy men are for a relationship, they're for love, for marriage, for building a family. And other part of men who are unhealthy, we're not considering them. And they're not our projects, we're not healing them, we're not judging them, we're not touching them. We are focusing on healthy men only. And this is a very big subject. So healthy masculine provider men, I would say, is the biggest pleasure of their life. And if you can meet one time, you will never let go of that man. Before I start, let me tell you, I do one-to-one sessions. I also have online academy. You can do my private online courses. You can purchase any luxury product you see, my book, or book any other sessions with me. All links are below. And thank you so much for your generous donations. Now let's start. Number one, what you want to focus in order for you to be in relationship with a healthy provider man, masculine man, you need to be healthy yourself. Let's start with that as a woman. Before I even go into these steps, describing his characters, all the words I'm going to describe are going to describe this character of this man. It's going to describe who is this healthy masculine man. Because it seems like no one has seen him, no one has smelled him, no one has touched him. It's like, unknown star, let's travel to the Mars. No, let's stay in the earth and let's find this and let's find out. And I'm going to help you step by step. It's going to be beautiful, gradual journey. So get yourself comfortable, relax, get yourself some glass of water or maybe lovely juice or a snack. Get yourself comfortable, put some nice candle. This video is going to transform your life. It's going to transform how you see men. And trust me, after this, if you really listen, if you really take on and soak in this information inside of you, that it leaks out from you, trust me, you will attract different type of a caliber of a man. I have always been very classy. Whatever I'm teaching you in here, whatever I'm sharing with you in here, it's very classical information. I'm not reading books and then telling you about it. I'm not watching a video and then copying their subject. As you can see, my videos are very authentic. It means it is coming from my own lifestyle. It is coming from my own life experience. So that means it is authentic. It means I went through it. So whatever I'm going to teach you, I know a man who is exactly like this. In fact, several men I had in chance to meet. In fact, you know, I've been proposed several times in my life. It means I know what I'm talking about. So listen to me, okay? I'm here to help you. So get yourself comfortable. We're going to have amazing girly chat, girly time, girls talk, girls time. Name it the way you want, but it's going to be amazing. I can guarantee you that. So what I mentioned, that you have to be healthy yourself. If you're wounded, if you need consultation, if you need courses, you go and do that. But you want to be with a healthy man when you are healthy, when you are healed. So let's start describing this healthy, this handsome, this healthy, this masculine, this tasty, delicious man. That is our dream man. These words that I'm going to describe to you, they all start with the same letter P for Papa. So it's going to be very easy for you to remember. Also, as you know, I'm very structured in my videos. I'm going to give you 5 different characteristics of a man who is a healthy masculine provider man. And those 5 is like your 5 fingers. So it's going to be very easy for you to remember those. And they start all with the same letter, so it's even more easier. So when you go to sleep, you just remind yourself these 5 words, and they're going to be the key words. And when you're watching, you're going out, you're attracting men by your looks, the way you look, and you're creating the man in your ideas, in your mind, then use these words. So number 1, what we want, the healthy masculine provider man, is a pursuer. You know, I love when men pursue me. There's nothing more I'm attracted to than a man who wants to pursue me. It's attractive because we know that men in general, they have this hunter gene. When they were hunting for us, killing animals for us, being for days in cold, dry, wet forests to get the food for us, building things for us, breaking things, you know, carrying heavy things. Men are pursuers. The pursuit in a man comes from his hunting gene, and that is in any man. In fact, if you even watch very little babies, you know, when they're infants, when they're just growing in their growth, you can notice that little boys are hunters in any age. If you give a man, a grown-up man, or a teenager man, or a little boy, they will all hunt. They love it. It's in their genes. It's the same if you give like a little doll and you give to the to grown up to teenage girl or a little girl. They will all love, oh, I'm going to play with a doll, because they love it. It's their motherly instinct. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule when people have, different twists in their mindset, when they have different mental illnesses and they don't know their gender roles. But we're talking about normal, healthy people right now. So instinctually, any man is a pursuer. First of all, he's pursuing his own body. A pursuer, healthy, masculine man, he's in pursuit of his own body. He's in the gym because he knows that all that intimate, sensual energy that he has, that beast that is in him, if he's not making love to the woman, he has to put it somewhere, correct? That's why he plays football. That's why he's lifting these weights. What do you think he's doing? It's hunting, but he doesn't have where to hunt. So in our modern life, it's gym. That's where they hunt. That's where they fight. That's where they deserve. That's where they can do their instincts. And that's why men can lift such a big, heavy weights. What do you mean? I was asking my man one time, I was like, how much can you lift with your hand? And he's like, I don't know what number he said, but it was like more than I weight. I as a human being. So I'm like, you can lift that? He's like, yeah, you easy. And he can lift me easy. I'm like a little girl. He can lift me with one arm, So I can't do that. I'm a woman. I don't have that hunter gene, pursuer gene in me. So he's pursuing his own body. A healthy masculine man is pursuing his own career. A healthy man, in general, cannot not have money. A resource of a man is, we look at his finances. And we are not materialistic, we're not shallow, but I'm just explaining to you that this is his normal, it's like how he shows up to the world. If a man is not making money, if the man doesn't have a house, doesn't have a car, for me, in my eyes, he's not a man yet. He's just a boy. He's just being, transitioning. He's just learning. He's just becoming. But a man actually becomes a real man when he has resources. And how can he have resources? By pursuing finances. A man is a pursuer of a woman. He pursues a woman. So he pursues his body, he pursues his whole life, his own finances, and he pursues a woman. Healthy masculine men cannot be, I am shy. I'm not going to text you, you text first. Are you serious? Healthy masculine men cannot even wait. He just took my number. I'm turning on the right. He's already calling me. I'm like, you just left. Excuse me. Healthy masculine men will spend 15 hours with me and then will go home, lay down on his bed and say, baby, it was so nice to see you. It was so amazing. I loved the movie we went to. I loved the cinema, the concert we went to. He's still in awe of the event we went together. Oh, the gala was so lovely. He just came home. He just spent a whole day with me. That's pursuing. So number one, what you want to focus, healthy masculine man is the one that pursues. It's a pursuer. It's a doer, Doer, it's a person who does things. So he is pursuer. Now, number two, what I want you to know in here, that a healthy masculine provider man is a progressor. Now, amazing, beautiful word, very powerful, by the way. He progresses relationship with you. And he, of course, progresses his life. If he is making some business, his business is progressing. It's not stagnant. If he's with you, your relationship with him is progressing. You feel more comfortable with him. He makes you feel at more ease. If one day he brought me 1 flower, next day he brings you 10 flowers, next day he brings you 20 flowers. He's progressing with you by his gifts, by his actions. Maybe he takes you to meet his family. Maybe he takes you to meet his friends. He's progressing with you by the words, by the touch. He's becoming more comfortable to touch you more, to hold you longer, to kiss you longer, more passionate. He's progressing with you because he's healthy. A man who is with a woman, listen to this very carefully, and is not progressing relationship with her, it means that he is actually unhealthy. A man who is healthy, he's going to progress relationship with a woman. You know, all these men that you hear about that are in relationship for 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, and they're not marrying these women. They even have kids with this woman. They're still not marrying. It's not a progressor. It's not a healthy masculine man. There is some kind of wounding in him that he doesn't believe in marriage. A healthy masculine man does believe in marriage. That's all he wants. You know, men, when they're 30, 35, 40, that's a very beautiful age. I would say 21, it's a little bit too young. But in that age, they're really ready for marriage because their genetic system also is talking to them. It's time to settle down. Okay, you started to date at 15, okay, 18, okay, 20. So from 20 till 33, that's how many years of experience, fooling around, having intimacy around, dating different women around, being in different relationships. It's time for you to settle down. You're not getting younger. Look, in your beards, you have already gray. You have to find a woman that will be a wife material. Men have these thoughts. Do you think they don't have? Yes, they can suppress it, but they do have, because the way that a woman is wired to look for a mate, a man is wired to look for a mate. This is encoded. That's why I tell to women, don't be desperate. Men want you. You don't need to convince. Oh, look at me. Look how beautiful I am. Seduce, flirt, play. No, none of that. To get a man, be you. Be a woman. Be real. No playing games, no manipulating, no specific tactics of seduction. Do I need to seduce anyone? My whole look. I can kill you with my look. So ground yourself and learn about men, that a man who is healthy masculine man is progressor. He progresses relationship with you. He's like taking you to the next level. And it is natural for him. You don't need to force. You don't need to have conversation. Who are we? Men need to have these conversations with you. He needs to be the first one who says that he loves you, not you, because he's the progressor. Don't take that role from him. If you're with a man more than 1 year, more than 2 years, more than 3 years, and he's not marrying you, that's not a good sign. It means he's not sure about you, because a man who is sure about you will not wait so long. Any man that ever proposed me to get married, and it was not one time, so I have a good experience with the proposals, it took them a couple of months. They know when they see the right one. So don't believe when you are just dragged along for 3 years. I will never be in a relationship with someone for 3 years without engagement. Never in my life. Never, because I'm too valuable. I know my worth, and men can sense that. So they progress with me in a correct way, because I only take in my life healthy masculine men. Now, the next step, what I want to discuss is a healthy masculine man. He is provisioner. He has provision over your life. It's like a power that he has over you. It's a leadership that he has, the responsibility that he has, but he has a provision. It's like he looks after you. It's a little bit like a fatherly kind of energy from him. It's like, I want to take care of this woman. I want to have a provision over her safety, over her life, over things that she has. Oh, are you safe? Are you warm enough? Do you have this? Do you need the money for that? Did you get this? Do you want me to help you with this? He has provision over you. Provision is very easy to understand. If you just, we can replace that word with care, but like immense care. someone that is like really like your uncle, like your grandfather, like your older brother. That's the feeling he gets. A healthy masculine man, when he's being in love with a woman, getting to know a woman, and it's his dream woman, he has a very big provision over her life, and it's natural. All these things that I'm trying to explain to you, they are natural, and that's the most beautiful part of the healthy man. You don't need to teach him this. You don't need to force this. You don't need to put hints and clues and articles and send videos. He knows. He knows. It's encoded in him, in his genetic makeup. We all have genetic makeup. By makeup, it's not the makeup you're wearing. Makeup, it means things that it's make up. What is it made up from? So in genetic makeup, he knows. You don't need to teach him how to have provision over you. He knows he has provision over kids, over the household, over the bills, over the money. He's like, I got it. He's in control. Masculine provider, healthy masculine provider man has a very strong sense of provision in a woman's life. And that is what actually women find very attractive in men. A man who makes love to a woman, he has to have provision over her. Otherwise, she cannot relax her body and give herself to him because she doesn't feel safe. Provision is this safety, this protection, that you're under my wing. I got you covered. Come here, baby. That's why women love to lay down on a chest of the man. It's the provision that, okay, you're safe. I can relax now under your wing. I love that. I love that moment in a man. It's so beautiful. It's so attractive. You can't buy that with money. Those things you can't buy with money. It's irreplaceable. They're priceless. So I'm trying to teach you women to look at the right things. Stop looking at the 6-packs or 8-packs or 12-packs. Stop looking at the money of the man. Look at his character. Who is he? The person. The personality, the skills, the values. Who is he? Choose a man by his values, by his character, by the way he sees the world, not by his looks or his finances. Now, number 4, we're doing very good. Number 4 aspect, who is this healthy masculine man? How does he look like? How does he smell like? How does he feel like? Is a provider. But he's ultimate powerful provider. That means many times for us women is that we need to listen to a man. We need to learn how to be submissive. By submission, I mean full reliance on a man, full trust in him that he got me. We women need to learn to be quiet, to close our mouths, to talk less, and to appreciate more. Thank you so much for taking care of me. Thank you so much for opening doors for me. You're such a gentleman. Thank you so much for lovely dinner. If a man takes me out for a dinner, for a date, for any event, you don't know how grateful I am, how beautiful I am, how I talk, how appreciative I am, because I appreciate that he's providing for me. The biggest misconception in a nowadays society that provider is only financial goods, material goods. Provider, financial goods are actually the last in providing. Did you know that? Because when we go to the tribal times, you know, when we didn't have all this social media, we didn't have sports cars, we didn't have designer bags, you know, before all that, men were providing for us. They were providing for us safety in tribes. They were providing us knowledge. Men were the leaders of the tribes. They were providing us this protection. They were providing us different contacts that we can know this person, we can go to this person, we can do this. They were providing us all these things before food, before the finances came, before the different events and different houses came into the civilization. Provider, man, provides you not only with the physical financial things, but he provides you with emotional safety. He provides you with the contacts, with the family connections. He provides you by just being there for you, protecting you. Providing is not money. Provider, man, is a character of a loving man who is there to give you, to gift you, to protect you, to make you feel safe, to make you feel seen, to make you feel heard. He's studying you. He notices every little thing. He's attentive to details. That's provider. That's an ultimate provider. And the last what I want to mention in here, that a healthy masculine man is a protector. Now, there is a research done that actually for men, if we look at the evolution of the human being, by evolution, I don't mean that men come from monkeys, because we know God created a man, so, you know, I believe in that. But by evolution, I mean just a growth, how things evolve, you know, how they change. So if we look at that, men have always been the best providers. No matter what women do, we have to realize that we are way weaker. We're the weaker gender. Our bodies are weaker. My hand cannot hold as much weight as the man's hand. It can't. You can put a guy who is maybe 16-year-old, who is like 10 years younger than me, and he's still going to be stronger than me, because it is his genetics. It's made for any man to be stronger than a woman. That's why his shoulders are bigger and more wide. That's why his hands, if you look at the man's hand, he's going to have bigger hands, like a thicker, and is a completely different structure of the hand. The skin of a man is way thicker and harder. That's why usually men say, oh, it's so hot. And women are like, oh, I'm so cold, because of the thickness of our skin. That's why men age slower, because they are our protectors. So if men age in the same way that we do, who's going to protect us? So if I'm same age as my man, or if I'm a little bit younger or older, doesn't matter, my man is always going to age slower, because God wanted him to age slower so he can look after me, because I'm the weaker vessel. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm weak. As we know, women give birth. They push the human being out of their body. So we are incredibly strong. And spiritually, I believe that woman is way stronger than a man. But we are physically weaker. And we have to understand that even emotionally, woman every month is going through the big changes in her body. Her hormonal system is changing. So she needs a man. We need a man. And so I want you to understand, now you have learned all these beautiful things about a healthy masculine man, that, and the last one that we're describing now, that he's protector. And I want you to learn to let men to protect you. Any stranger that opens the door for you, he's protecting you from being hit by the door, by falling because you're wearing a heels. He's protecting you. Let men, strangers, family, relatives, friends, any male to protect you. Get used to it, because then you let them be masculine and you become more feminine. These 5 things, as you see, they all start with the same letter. It's easy to remember. There are 5 things, as I mentioned, like your 5 fingers, so it's easy to take on into your long-term memory, and stick to these. Now you have learned something you didn't know. 10-15 minutes ago, you didn't know these things. Now you do. So start implementing them. And now let's summarize again everything that we discussed. Who is this healthy provider, masculine man? First of all, he is pursuer. He's the one that pursues you. He's pursuing his own body. He's pursuing his own career and his own finances. Number 2, we discussed that he's a progressor. He progresses relationship with you. He doesn't make you guess. He actually leads you. Okay, let's get engaged. Okay, let's get married. Okay, let's move in together. Okay, let's go on a date. He is the one who progresses everything with you. Love and relationship, he's the head of that. You don't need to worry about it. Number 3, we discussed that he is the provisioner. So he has a provision over you. He looks after you. He leads you. He takes care of you. Number 4, we discussed that he's that provider, this ultimate provider that provides not only with the finances, but emotional support, community support, all these contacts. Of course, finances are involved, but it's his safety. It's all inclusive provider. So think about this word provider and expand your mind that provider is way more than just money. And it's actually true. And number 5, the last one, we discussed that he's the one who is the protector of a woman. He protects our bodies. He protects us when we're pregnant. He looks after us. He protects us when we're in the street. He protects us from the strangers. He protects us even when we're at home and we're wondering, does he love us? He will text us that, yeah, I think about you. So he protects us emotionally and physically as well. And we need men. I want you to understand that men and women are created and designed for each other. So really appreciate each other. And I wish you to really attract this healthy, masculine provider type of a man who will give you everything that you desire, everything that you ever wished for, and more. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, let me remind you, smile today. Have a healthy, masculine provider man in your life. And if you have him, appreciate him even more. And of course, always be that woman who is also appreciative of any other man in your life, so you can cultivate more of masculinity in the world. And of course, don't forget to enjoy your life.